what does the life of a choreographer look like?
Yeah. That's a very good question. I feel like it's definitely different per kind of individual, but for me specifically, I direct a team in Colorado called the Homies.
Okay.
It's all one word, THA, and then it's HOMIES. Um, and my life with them is finding these different events, finding these different like competitions that we like to attend, and then saying, so for instance, we're going out to Las Vegas in the end of May to
Okay.
compete. Um, and that is something that we have planned probably since January. And then that's something we kind of take a look at our schedule and say, okay, we have a month to go through and choreograph all of these pieces. And then from there, we have 2 weeks to come back and make all the transitions between the pieces smooth. From there, we have a week to clean it and just make sure everything is set, make sure everything looks good on stage. And then from there, we kind of just go out, perform, come back, and then we just look for whatever's next. And then from there, we either keep the same content that we have, or we say we have enough time, and so let's go ahead and scratch that entire thing, and let's just move on to something else, move on to something bigger and better. But
Okay.
that's just kind of the team. That's kind of the team view of the whole thing. Me personally, I teach. I teach a lot of classes as well. I teach a lot of kids. I teach a lot of adults. So that's something that does take up a couple days. Excuse me, couple days just out of my week, just going and teaching a couple classes for a couple of studios in Colorado, and then obviously outside of that, I have a normal kind of 9 to 5 job that I work part time to kind of help support this dream.
Okay. What is the part-time gig?
Um, so I work retail. I
Nice.
work at the Apple Store at the Cherry Creek Mall in Colorado.
Oh, Cherry Creek. Yeah,
Cherry Creek, yeah.
I've been around Cherry Creek.
Okay, so
I
yeah.
know
See,
exactly what you're talking about. Nice. That's a
yeah,
cool gig too. I'm sure you
yeah. It's
enjoy
nice.
doing that as well.
Yeah, that is kind of where I find my spike in interest in kind of entrepreneurship, is because working retail makes me want to not work retail. It definitely makes me want to work more for myself. So
Yeah.
that's kind of where I have this drive of, okay, how can I use my time to learn everything I can and apply that to dancing, so then that way I can eventually leave this retail life and just have my dance life support my lifestyle.